Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we'll be doing a review for Invincible Season 3 premiere. We're just going to be talking about the first episode. I will very likely make videos for the other two episodes that dropped. So they dropped 3 episodes for Season 3. We're going to get them all 8 in a row. There's not going to be any breaks this time around. So it'll be a weekly release after this initial drop. Um, the season came back with a vengeance. Really cool. I didn't skip the recap because there was so much that happened at the end of last season. I needed to freshen up, and I'm glad I did. I think this show usually gives you a nice little recap of like, here's what you need to know. These are the things that are happening. It's very good at making sure to give you just enough to remember where the high stakes are, where those big stories are happening. The thing I really enjoy about this show is that there is the idea that there's an ever looming threat in this world, but there's also like stuff happening all the time. Like every day, something's going on, right? So let's get into this episode. I'm gonna get into spoilers, but before I get into spoilers, great episode. I think to me, the thing that would make this show like great would be if sometimes the animation would be a little bit better. And I'm still caught between like, is this a stylistic choice or is this just like the way that it turned out? I never quite fully know. Sometimes I really feel like it's just the way the animation turned out, uh, because there is no, I don't see an additional purpose, I guess, for some of the choices that are being made. But this was a great episode. Uh, the main crux of it, Mark is training because the Vultramites are coming. They've already kicked his butt pretty badly last season. And his father's away in prison. Alan's away in prison. There's not a lot to help, so he needs to get stronger. And that's what we see, an opening montage of Mark just training, whether he's training with some other people that are powered individuals, lifting the world's biggest iceberg, using mechanical things to just test himself. And we can see that there's been great improvements since his last encounter with the Voltramite. So that's very, very cool. But Mark's also dealing with a lot internally, right? He's got to reconcile things with Eve. His brother Oliver keeps growing up, of course. So there's many things happening. So we see Rex, which has come back fully healed from last season, and Mark, who have to go, and this was a really fun thing. They have to go save the Declaration of Independence. We see that two, what I assume are time travelers with some kind of special powers, or maybe not powers, just probably tech from the future that allows them to have appear to be enhanced. They steal the Declaration of Independence. Why? We don't know. And as they are about to get caught, Multiple shows up. Who Multiple is Duplicate's brother, and he starts beating the ever loving crap out of Rex because he let her die. So yeah, Mark has to help him, and that lets those two guys get away. So after that, Kate is revealed to be alive. I think we saw this on the end credit scene of of season 2. I don't really remember. I remember there was something fishy going on, and I think that we did see it at the end of the season. So the audience, I believe, knew that she was alive, but the rest of the superheroes, the Guardians of the Globe, did not. We check in with Oliver, who has now developed powers. He keeps growing up. It looks like they're gonna slow down his aging once he becomes kind of like a full teen. And we've seen pictures and still of him in his outfit for season 3. So we'll definitely get Invincible is definitely getting a sidekick. All throughout, we see that they've been talking about Doctor Seismic, who has been imprisoned, but we know he's up to something. Cecil and the gang discover it too late. He escapes prison. He strikes using communication methods with all these underground, like creatures from the underground, giant spiders, these giant like caterpillar things, mole men or like lava men. So like all sorts of stuff that he was able to communicate using his powers. Big underground battle. All the heroes from the world have been captured by him, or at least in the U.S. maybe. All the heroes have been captured except for Eve and Mark, who were talking as Mark was trying to ask Eve out, right? We saw that he met this other Eve from an alternate dimension, and she told him like, either tell your Eve that you want to be with her, or let her go, like one of the two, like don't leave her hanging. Um, the battle doesn't go well for Invincible and Eve. They are very quickly overpowered because there's too many things going at them. In the meanwhile, Cecil has already got a backup plan going on, and it is revealed that Darkwing, who we saw in the last season, killed someone and pretty much had gone like ultra vigilante, like super violent killer. And then of course we know that he's been working with Sinclair to make those metal man things that he's been working on since the first season. But Darkwing and those metal men things came out and they saved the heroes. They helped them escape from their little prisons that those spiders made. So now Mark confronts Cecil about that, and that's kind of where we leave off. We leave off in a little cliffhanger with them. We do have a post credit as always with this show, and it's just Alan in prison talking to Nolan, trying to convince him still that he needs to go help and he needs to escape with him because they are the only hope that anybody else has to defeating the Viltrumite Empire. So that's kind of where we leave things off. It was a really fun episode. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to get to the next one. I specifically stopped myself from watching the next one so I could just do a review for this one specifically. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna get videos out for every episode. My goal is to do so. So stay tuned for that in the next few hours, next few days maybe. But if you caught the first season of Invincible, the premiere of Invincible season 3, let me know what you thought about this episode. If you've seen the other ones, let me know if they're good. Just, no spoilers. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.